Okay, this is a continuation of the previous video, and in the previous video I pointed out that you want to go to your invoice after you finish creating it and make sure that your invoice is closed. And so just stepping back and showing you that we entered the invoice number here and we want to note that the status is closed, but we want to look at the invoice lines, and each of the invoice lines is a purchase order line. So you'll notice that 172 is closed, 188 is closed, but 184 says sent, and we want this to say closed. So what we're going to do is go back to our receiving and invoicing receive page, and we're going to scroll down and look for purchase order line here it is, 184, and place a check mark there and click the ellipsis and click receive, and what you'll notice is that the book is going to be removed from the receive new material page. It's just going to disappear off of here. And so it's gone. And if we go back to our invoice, you're going to see that it closes out that purchase order line. And so 184 is closed. So I also closed out purchase order line 181. That was also in a sent status. So this entire invoice and all the associated invoice lines and PO lines have been closed. And what that is going to do for us is, if we go to our analytics report, there is one that says PO lines with status, and it's going to whoops. It's going to indicate which of these the purchase order lines have been closed and which ones are active, and also which ones have been canceled. And this information tells you what books we have or have not received, or books that we canceled the order from the vendor. So if it says closed, it means that we received the item. If it says active, it means, for example, this one, combinatorics and graph theory, we have not received that item yet. The other thing that this does is, when you close out your invoice, you can go to the funds and ledgers page, and it updates this information so that your information about your available balance, your encumbered, your expenditure balance is updated, and this is current. So as soon as the invoice is closed, then that invoice expenditure gets added to your expenditure balance, and now it's $3,600.41, which is the new amount, the old amount plus the 401.64 here. So it just updates the information that's on this page, and now you can see what your available balance is. One of the other things that I do is, after I close the invoice, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a copy of this invoice to our vendor page in Alma, so that we have this information that we can refer to at any time. So I'm going to save the invoice in a folder I have on my computer called YBP FY 2018, and the file name is going to be the same as the invoice number, 254952. So I'm going to save that, and we're going to go back to Alma, and I'll show you where this is. If you go under acquisitions and then you go to vendors, click on Gobi, and there's a attachments tab here. If you click that, this is going to be a list of all the invoices and the purchase orders for this fiscal year. What we do is we're going to add an attachment and select the file name from your computer. So that's going to be in my user share under YBP FY 2018. It's invoice 254952, and I'm going to click Add Attachment. And you'll see it says pending, and I can refresh the screen here and you'll see that it's been uploaded. And I like to add a note that says the date of the invoice, so I'm going to say invoice September 26. So I'm going to click Edit, and save attachment. And so now I have there it is. I have a list of all the invoices that we have received on this page, and also a copy of all the purchase orders that we've received. And you can sort these by file names, so it's a little bit easier. And all of the invoices will be listed as INV-FY18 and then the invoice name. And then all the purchase orders are indicated with the prefix PO. And then these are the dates of the purchase orders and the invoices. If you want to look at one, then all you have to do is, if you want to look at PO 1891, is click where it says download, and it'll send a copy to your taskbar, and then you can just click on the link and it'll open up the PO. These are all the books that we ordered on this PO here, and it'll tell you the date that we ordered these as well. And the naming convention here is purchase order FY18, and this would have been ordered on in September, the month of September are the middle two digits, and then 02 represents the order number for that month. So this was the second order that we did in the month of September for FY18.